Hello everyone and welcome back to Extreme Gaming Fever, and guys, welcome back to another video of Farming Simulator 23. Farming Simulator 23 is just announced by Giant Software and the game is going to release on May 23, 2023. So in Farming Simulator 23, Giant Software has added 14 crops including 3 new crops. So we will see with screenshots how these crops are going to look like, because they have changed the texture of even the existing crops. So you will see the new texture of each crop, and I will show you on your screens how each crop is going to look like in Farming Simulator 23, because we have big changes in the textures. So first spot is barley, and to be honest, at first I thought it's wheat, but eventually it's barley because texture has changed a lot and it's much more detailed, and if you look carefully it's much more dense this time. With Farming Simulator 20, the crops like wheat, barley, oats, they were a little bit scattered and they were not dense at all, but this time if you watch carefully the screenshot, you will see that these crops looks very dense and jam-packed, I would say, because you hardly see any space between the plants. So I guess that's the number one big change. And the other thing is that the texture is also, I guess, has been improved a lot, because now you can clearly see each and every strand on the fruit of the barley. And the next crop is canola. Now the texture of the canola is also changed a lot. You can see now the flowers are much more detailed this time. They are not diffused like we used to see in Farming Simulator 20. However, with the canola you can still see some spacing between the plants, but overall the texture looks amazing and they look very HD in my opinion. I mean, they look more detailed, I guess. And the next one is cotton. Cotton is also, I guess, slightly enhanced the texturing, but you can still see a lot of spaces between the plant, and you can still see the field. The next texture is the grass. The grass is much more detailed, I guess, this time, because you can see there are some kind of fruits also showing up in the grass, because I don't know, this is maybe they have added different type of grass this time in the new Farming Simulator 23. So the grass texture is also changed a lot, and it almost looks like a wheat crop is in the growth stage, but don't get confused by it, it's grass and they have changed it a little bit. I guess from now on in Farming Simulator 23 you will see two type of grass. The one that we will plant will look different than the one that naturally grows on mountains or empty spaces on the map. So yeah, I guess there will be two different textures of grass at this point, because in Farming Simulator 22, which is a PC game, we have similar situation where the grass which is naturally exist in the game, such as on the mountains or on the empty spaces or on the meadows, is different than the one we plant by ourselves using a seeder or fertilizer or a planter, whatever you say. Yeah, so this is the grass texture is also changed a lot. Next one is corn. So in this particular screenshot, the corn is not grown up completely, I guess, or ripe, whatever you say. So I mean, these are still green, so hopefully it will change color to yellowish plants, because I guess now since they are making chaff, so you can basically start making chaff from the corn, even if it's not fully grown yet. So the texture looks like it's been improved a little bit. And if we see from within the field, you can see a lot of spaces, but if you stand outside of the field and take a look at from a distance, you will see it looks like it's more dense now this time, but overall the texture, I guess, is enhanced a little bit. And the next crop is oats. So oats are also like wheat, they are very dense this time. You hardly see any spaces. And if you notice one thing, that if you are harvesting a crop, you will see that the texture of the field is also changing. It looks like that some straw is totally spread on throughout the field, on the field, and it's very interesting to see. The field looks yellowish, like the straw is spread on the field, but obviously you can see that straw is arranged by the harvester. But still, I'm talking about this spot basically, and you will see that it's different in Farming Simulator 20. I guess we don't see such thing, and this is a major change, I guess, in my opinion. And the next crop is sugar beets. Sugar beets are also very similar, and but not very similar, I'm sorry. I mean, they looks like they are how they looks like in FS20, but obviously the texture is changed, and you can see, yeah, the leaves are changed, and it looks quite different in my opinion. So next is wheat. Wheat is also, I guess, changed a lot. You guys can see it's hard to recognize this crop at this point, because when I first saw this screenshot, I was like, oh my god, what crop is that? And then I read the title and it says it's wheat, so I sort of convinced myself that what I'm seeing is wheat. So yeah, they really changed the texture, and I don't know if it's good or bad, but yeah, the texture is changed a lot. The next one is sunflower. Sunflower, I don't think is changed at all, and I think maybe it's slightly improved, but no big change in form of texture. And the texture of soybean, I guess, is soybean is also changed a lot. You can see, you can hardly tell that it's soybean from Farming Simulator 20 by looking at this picture, because the texture of the soybean is increased, I mean changed a lot. The next one is the potatoes. Potatoes texture is also increased, and I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm saying the word increase. The potato texture, the texture of potato crop is also changed a lot, and you can see that this is a much more detailed texture in my opinion. And now let's talk about the new crops that Giant Software added this time. So if you see this screenshot, you can see olive trees. So these olive plants, I would say call them plants. I don't think you should call these trees, because they are not big at all. So these are the olive plants that, and they are at this stage, they are ready to harvest, and you can see some black leaves looking things. These are basically olives which are ready to be picked up by a harvester, and they looks very interesting. So the next screenshot is the grapes. The grapevines are, you can see, again, this is once again at this moment when the screenshot is taken, the crop is ready to be picked by harvester, and you can see clusters of grapes hanging with the vines, and it looks amazing, to be honest. And similarly, you can see the new crop sorghum as well. So you can see sorghum is also here, and in this screenshot it's ready to harvest, and this is how the crops will look like. And there is also a surprise crop, to be honest, and I'm surprised nobody mentioned it, and that crop is the oilseed radish. And you cannot harvest this, it acts as a fertilizer, as a natural fertilizer. All you need to do is to plant this crop on your empty field, and then you need a cultivator. You know, cultivate this crop, and it will increase the fertilization effect on your crop, and I mean your field will be fertilized, and that's really interesting. And I'm surprised nobody talking about it, but yes, this crop made its way to Farming Simulator 23. A lot of players will get confused, particularly mobile players will get confused with this crop. They will try to harvest this crop at some point, but they will have no idea that it's not meant to be harvested. It's just there to increase the fertility of your field, and that's the whole purpose of this crop, but it would be interesting to see a lot of this crop making a lot of people go insane, that why this is not growing up. Okay, so this is how to harvest this crop, what is this, and a lot of things like that. So it will be interesting. By the way, whenever the game will release, I will make complete beginner tutorials and upload those tutorials on my channel, so make sure you subscribe to my channel to never miss any update of Farming Simulator 23. And thank you so much guys for watching this video, and I will see you in my next video very soon. Bye bye.